Namaskar. It's my pleasure now to introduce you to some important elements of the yoga center where you're going to be going there within the next few days, I hope, because now you have learned enough so that you're ready to join into some program there. Now the most important program that you're going to be joining is the group meditation. We have a beginner's group meditation, and after you have been practicing for some time, then you will be attending an advanced, or the normal group meditation that all of the people who've been doing meditation for some time are attending. So, as I said, a few important things for you to understand. Why is group meditation important? When you are trying to do your own meditation at home, so you're practicing it twice a day, and that means that you're going to be bringing up so many thoughts of your past, so many conflicts will come, many good things will come, but in any case, it's a little bit of a struggle to do meditation twice a day, to maintain that extremely good habit. And that becomes very easy when you are practicing group meditation, because the group meditation is that collective vibration that we have. It is reinforcing everyone who's there. It doesn't matter whether they are advanced, whether they're very junior. Everybody becomes helped by that collective vibration. And though it is a fact that in the group meditation there are some very valuable things that are discussed in the meditation itself, maybe in the socializing afterwards, but the most important thing of it is the vibration that comes from the chanting, the kiirtan, and the meditation itself, the collective. And so the importance of your attending the group meditation and also meeting at least one or two experienced persons. And that the experience that they have is very good for your vibration as well as for your knowledge. Now, next I want to talk about our organization. The organization, as you know, is called Ananda Marga. So Ananda means limitless, infinite joy. Sometimes we say bliss. And Marga means path, the path of infinite joy, or the path of bliss. Now this organization, which has existed since 1955, it is working in almost all the countries of the world. It's a large organization. At the same time, I'll tell you what we are not. We are not a commercial yoga school. By that I mean that our main emphasis is not just teaching the yoga postures. We are teaching the whole of yoga, as I think you have well understood, of which the most important is meditation, but there are other aspects as well. Secondly, it is not a religion. That means that even though our purpose in meditation is to touch the deep inner, to touch deeply to your infinite inner being, so it is spiritual, but we do not have any dogmas, we don't have any fixed beliefs that are present in Ananda Marga. So it is not in that way a religion, and rather to the contrary, people of all different religions, they can practice meditation, they can practice yoga. Now, why are we doing meditation? It is, as you have already understood, not only meditation, but all the different aspects of yoga. It is to realize our full potentiality, to realize it, to express it. That is called self-realization. At the same time, our potential relates to our external expressions, so that means service to society. So through the Ananda Marga system, if you are not yet serving the society according to your capacity, we help you to do that. And third is to keep a very healthy balance, physically, mentally, spiritually here. Especially I'm talking that the physical needs to adjust with the psychic, and the psychic needs to adjust with the spiritual, and the spiritual needs to adjust with the whole society. So this is the healthy balance toward which Ananda Marga aims for each individual as well as the society. More profoundly, Ananda Marga, in one simple expression, is a Sadvipra making mission. Okay, this course is called, maybe it is called Sadvipra training of some sort. Now, what is a Sadvipra? A Sadvipra is a person who is not, it's not that a Sadvipra is elected or a Sadvipra is selected, just we recognize people who are really incredibly very, very good people. That means to say that they are sincere, Sadvipras are sincere in their efforts to get their own personal self-realization. They're sincere, they're obviously sincere in doing the service, as much service as they are able to, according to the circumstances of their personal life. They are trying to follow a healthy lifestyle. They are humble, which means that they are always ready to see their own mistake, and because they want to improve themselves. They are straightforward, so you can depend on what they say. They are reliable, they follow their word. They are ethical persons. They follow, you might call it morality if you want, but they are ethical people, and they oppose that which is not ethical. So they live by their example. People learn from Sadvipras by their example. This is, in that way, a Sadvipra making mission. Our purpose for you personally and for everybody who participates in this is to help you to become a more and more sincere person, to realize the whole purpose of your life, our life, collectively. And beyond that, the ultimate social mission of Ananda Marga is to contribute as much as we can to bringing about a truly healthy human society, the kind of society which until now is not really existing on any broad scale, only in small, small pockets. And that society is surely in the process of awakening. Now, when you go in the center, as I said, there are a few elements I want to expose you to. You are going to see a photo. And that is the photo of our spiritual master. His name is Sri Sri Anandamurti. In this regard, it is a bit common with a martial arts studio. In a martial arts studio, you will also see the photo of their master. But here, it is a little bit something more than that, because in the martial arts studio, we will respect the master, as we do in yoga. But in addition to that, we are learning from the example, the living example of the Guru on every level. So he must be a person who reflects all of those qualities of which I was just speaking of a Sadvipra, but to the extreme. So it means to say that when we have the photo is there and we are doing meditation, it is not because we are worshiping him, we are not a religion, but simply we benefit by his example. If you imagine that the master is there when you are doing meditation, then automatically your meditation will be much better. Now, who was this person? By the name of Sri Sri Anandamurti. He died in 1990. He started Ananda Marga in 1955, and the example he provided was always very simple in his clothing. He was always working, very simple in his food. He, in fact, the first half of the time that he developed Ananda Marga, he even still held a job with his wife and child were there. And he refused to give up his job for so many years to demonstrate that a person who is working in society with a family can still do very much for society. So, such an example he was. At the same time, that was in India. And Ananda Marga expanded outside of India in the late 1960s. But and then in the 1970s, martial law was declared in India. So many very, very good people were put into the jail because of our social movement, because of our social work, because of our moral stance. So he was also put into the jail, as were many Dadas and Didis at that time. It was a very heavy kind of martial art time, this martial law time. But the injustice was so much that after he was in the jail for 2 years, he began a fast, a protest fast. This fast he did not stop until all the political prisoners would be released, and that meant that he fasted for 5 years without any solid food. He was only taking a liquid, a drink, twice a day. And that continued actually a little bit more than 5 years until finally he was released. All of the political prisoners, all of them that were connected with him as well, were released. And that's when he started eating again. And last, I want to expose to you that you will see this symbol when you come into our center, and I'll explain it to you. So this symbol, the downward pointing triangle, it represents the yoga of deep knowledge. That means the yoga of self-realization that comes through meditation. The upward pointing triangle, it represents the yoga of service. When those are both strong, your meditation and your service, then starts to come the rising sun of the yoga of devotion or love. Love for everyone and for God. And as this devotion is rising up, then the ultimate spiritual realization comes, which is represented by the swastika, which is an extremely ancient symbol. It is one of the oldest symbols of humankind. No one knows how many thousands of years it is old. And it has always represented in the traditions of ancient cultures this spiritual realization and ultimate realization. Later on, some tried to misuse it, but they could not. So this symbol is called a pratik, and it is there in the front along with the photo. It represents the ideology of Ananda Marga. And these are the things that I wanted to explain to you so that you won't have any surprise and you will have appreciation for what you will find in our center. Thank you very much, and looking forward to seeing you there. Namaskar.